What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we've got a pro tech to talk about. Primarily this one, but this one I happen to have also, and it's the same knife, so we'll talk about that a little bit as well. This one is loaned in from my buddy Gil over at Wild About Sporting Goods, out of his personal collection that is for sale, and I'll put information on that down below. This one was loaned in from a gentleman, Steven, who follows me on Instagram, watches the channel, all of that good stuff. I've been around the knife community for a while, and I've been remiss. I've been a little backed up, so I should have done this video like days ago. And there's one other knife that he sent in also. So I need to do that video probably when I'm done filming this. I'll film the other one so that I can get these shipped back out. And Steve's a good guy because I'm not sending these back to him. I am going to send them to another YouTuber. So I actually got these from the retailer direct. Steve ordered them, had them sent to me. So Steve has not even seen these in person yet. So I think that's super cool that there are guys like Steve and my other buddy Gary, and a couple other people have done it too, but routinely Gary always sends me his new knives. And Steve sent me two brand new knives that he bought from a retailer. Not like cheap knives, right? This is like $340 for this particular one. And so he bought that and another one. So he spent, several $100s and sent it to me, a guy he's never met before. So I'm honored by that. And I am a little bit behind in getting this video done so that I can ship them on to the next YouTube knife guy, who I know, but I'm not going to point that out. You'll see this knife come up on his video soon, at some point, I'm sure, right? So this is the ProTech SBR, the short blade rock eye. I'm just going to get that box out of the way there, and I'm going to set this one off to the side. Okay. These are essentially the same exact knife, other than this particular one has this beautiful tiger striped micarta, which we'll zoom in on in just a minute. And this one is all blacked out with the aluminum scales. Okay. So really it's just this show side scale. This one also has a mother pearl insert in the fire button. And this one is just all blacked out in their operator series, but same exact knife. Okay. Same specs and all that. This one's a little bit heavier, I think, just because it's got the aluminum scale instead of the micarta, but they're basically the same knife. Okay. So it's 3 7/8 closed, 6.5 inches overall. So it is in a small side. Excuse me. The blade is 2.6 inches. What else? I'm not going to go through all of the specs. I don't know if anybody cares. It is S35VN and it weighs in at 2.8 ounces. Okay. So let's take a close up look. I think all of the specs that I typically go through, you guys can just look up on the website. I don't know. You guys tell me, is it helpful or do you not really care so much about the specifics? The 0.26 of an inch and all that kind of stuff. This tiger stripe micarta looks awesome. I'm not usually a huge tiger stripe type of guy, but the red and the black, it really does something for me. And then they've got this cut out here for the fire button. It's got some stuff in there. I think that's kind of a rough edge. So the finishing on that particular edge where they milled out or cut out for that fire button, it's a little rough right there on that side. You don't feel it as you're using it. I only noticed it right as we zoomed in and took a closer look, honestly. But the fit and finish on this thing is really nice. And ProTech does the clip perfectly. They recess the clip material into the scale material, and they use countersunk hardware, so it's completely flush, and it goes in and out of your pocket like a knife's pocket clip should go. Like it works just perfectly. Okay. This is a Les George design, and all around a really nice knife. It is small for me. Okay, it does give me a 3.5 finger grip, I guess, because this one, pinky is kind of right on the edge, but it feels totally secure and like I have a good grip. I don't feel as though it's tiny in my hand, if that makes sense. It is smaller than what I normally carry with a 2.5 inch plus blade. I'm normally carrying 3.5 plus. 3.25 to 4 inches is my standard-ish size. But this is great. Now, what I love about ProTech, and I think everybody knows, and one of their main things is their strength of their spring. If you're not holding on to this, it's going to move around in your hand. Okay? It hits hard. Now, y'all know that I love my Hellraisers. Okay, in any configuration, manual or automatic. I was a little disappointed at the spring in the Hellraiser. I wished it hit more like a ProTech. Pretty much every automatic that I've owned, I wish hit more like a ProTech. Okay, I think the gold standard now is hit like a ProTech. I mean, and I think everybody is kind of benchmarking their automatics against Benchmates. I mean, against ProTechs. The heck am I thinking? I glanced over and I saw a Benchmate thing. So sorry about that. Everybody is gauging their springs against the ProTech spring. These are great knives. I absolutely like them. They're just on the small side for me, so I would not buy one just because of the size. So let's give you some size comparisons here with the AA and the D cell battery. How about with the Sharpie and the Spyderco Delica? Just kind of bundle a couple things in here at the same time. How about that? Okay. Since we pulled out the Hellraiser, we'll pull that up next to it as well. And the Hellraiser is more kind of my standard size knife. Is a Hellraiser, is, the Sharknivko Ryu, things like that. Let's show it next to the Kubi KB237. This is also one that gets carried a lot and used a lot for packages and stuff like that. So all in all, these are pretty great. And Steve, thanks a lot for sending this in. I do greatly, greatly appreciate that. So I'll put a link to my ProTech playlist up over here that you guys can go check out some other awesome ProTech knives. Thanks a lot, guys.